Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 18th of October, 2021. How was everybody today? How was your weekend? I hope it was great, grand, wonderful, and fantastic. Taking a look at Ethereum here, we've got a little bit of a rounded top, and you can really see that reflected with the slope of the lagging span, which is really just a mirror image of the current price action. There's been some consistent support found up against the Tenkan-sen, the blue line up there in the Ichimoku system. And really kind of matching up with the highs that we found back in September, kind of flirting with the prior all-time highs. So, broadly, we've kind of got this ascending triangle going on. If we were to look at it on, for instance, a weekly chart, you can see that we continue to try and push up and test higher here. And the likelihood is it's going to continue that move higher. However, in the short term, in the interim, that doesn't mean that we can't see a little bit of a pullback and a kind of a final test before we start to launch up higher. And so one of those levels I think that we should be looking out for is, the buy limit ranges between 33.25 and 33.70. You've got two powerful levels sitting within that price zone. The first is the Kijun-sen, and the second most important one is Senko Span B. And just look at Senko Span B, because between how many time periods is this? This is pretty intense. It's a very long, flat period of Senko Span B, 25 days. That's how 25 periods, 25 candlesticks. That's how flat that level is at, and that's a sign of strength. All right. If you talk about prices needing to form floors and ceilings for future traded prices, excuse me, then this right here is a floor for Ethereum. From 37, 38, where we're currently at the time of recording, the major support zone now is at 33.50, essentially. So what is the likelihood of it traveling down there? I'd say it's actually pretty good. I mean, especially when you look at the relative strength index and you consider that, we have things set up here for the bull market. However, when you look, if we set it up for the bear market levels of where we previously had it, if we look at 55 and 65, I'll leave the bull market ones down there. But if you look at those levels, I mean, Ethereum, as bullish as the price action has been, it is still struggling to, get to the last overbought level. I mean, what it's showing is kind of, some weakness here on this rise up, that it's not very honest. It's not indicative of real traded price action. And when you look at the slope of the move today, I mean, there's some cause for concern, especially when you look at the composite index having this slope that suggests it's going to cross back down below its slow moving average, and that you have this kind of extended bear flag in the RSI. I mean, there's some real threats to the downside that would point to prices below 33.50. But at the same time, we know that momentum here is strong. We do know that October is a very bullish month, and that it's likely a reduction in the volume being traded are people who are not wanting to buy up here. They're waiting for the breakout to occur. And that is very common too. That's very common when you start to see prices consolidate up against a prior, high or low. And, there's like, is it going to break? Isn't it going to break? You have a lot of people sitting on the sidelines waiting for the final movement. And then once the move does occur, that's when people start to pour in, because that's the confirmation they're looking at. And so that's what we should probably anticipate happening here with Ethereum. If we're looking at it to continue higher and to start trading at new all-time highs in that 8K range, then a little bit of a slowdown in the participation while prices continue a steady rise is pretty normal. We'll keep taking a look at it as needed. Thank you all for watching. From all the shit Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.